What's up, everybody? Check it out. The episode you're about to listen to is us sober. Full disclosure, not our favorite, not our best work, but we never really promised you guys anything but mediocre at best. So if you barrel through this one, the one on Friday is going to be better. We promise.
It's not like you pay for this shit anyways.
Yeah, right.
Like what the fuck you do? Oh, my free show is the quality I fucking wanted. Fucking, if you want better quality, there's a Patreon that you can go fucking join.
That's right.
And if you pump that money in, it buys more shit like this.
That makes it more fun.
Yeah.
And then the show becomes better.
Yeah. Or you could go over and check out our merch over at redactedsupply.com. Big fuck off button says fucking Freedom Friends. Click it, buy some merch.
We're definitely better lubed up.
Yeah.
Definitely
and
better.
that is the definition of a shameless fucking plug right there.
Goddamn right. So we'll see you Friday.
In a world, 4 friends, 1 mission, to bring freedom to everyone involved.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Doing a thing for the podcast.
Just say the name.
Fine. It's the Freedom Friends Podcast.
Justin, do you know the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea?
No, but I bet you're going to tell me.
I've never had a garbanzo bean on my chest. Yeah. You're welcome for that.
Oh, wow.
John and I heard that joke from a fucking weirdo at a hotel bar last week.
That was, yeah.
He was an interesting guy.
He was.
Yeah, not a bad guy.
No.
Nice guy.
That's probably the most fun that guy had in
A
5
garbanzo
years.
bean
Yeah.
can also sing us a song, whereas a chickpea can only hum us one.
True. That was a joke that Jazz called me and hit me with a couple weeks ago, actually.
I'm sorry, I have no chickpea jokes.
They're few and far between, my friend. They're very few and far between. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Freedom Friends Podcast. It's brought to you by warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO. That'll score you a sweet 15% off over there. OWellness.us for all those CBD treats and needs. Use that code FreedomFriends25. That'll get you a quarter off your order there. And of course, Icy Tech Coolers. Use that code IcyTech. No, go to icytech.com. Use that code FreedomFriends10. Yeah, that's it. That'll get you 10% off.
Use
Fuck
the code
boys.
IcyTech10 on freedomfriends.com.
Yeah, I don't think that'll work.
And get fuck all.
Get nothing. Nothing at all. Fuck boys. Jazz, you're back.
Physically.
Yeah. Yeah. Mentally, jury's out. Also participating in Sober October, I see.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny that like all of us are doing it and none of us talk to each
None
other.
of us
Like,
like
it
to
was
it.
just
We all
like-
did it
yeah, that's
independently. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing the push-up portion though.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not drinking.
Yeah.
I'm back in the gym though, so
It
I
works.
feel like that balance.
It's a thing, dude. Yeah. Well, obviously Sober October is it was first like dreamed up by Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura and Joe Rogan, right? And Ari Shaffir. And like they do it like they do like a different challenge every year, right?
This year they're not.
This year they're not. It's based on their calorie burn, right? Like they have to burn like
No, that
300 calories per workout per day.
That's not
Which-
hard.
Isn't hard to do, especially like big boys like Bert. Man, he burns 300 calories standing the fuck up and breathing heavy. Like it's easy.
Well, no,
Oh, sorry, am I fat shaming again? Oh, sorry, Tracy.
he
I
starts.
didn't mean to fat shame.
He starts breathing heavy by standing up. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Was Tracy getting on you about?
Tracy got on me about fat. She got on us collectively about fat shaming because I don't like Lizzo.
Do you
I
not
still-
like Lizzo because she's fat, or you just don't like
It has
Lizzo?
nothing to do with
It's
her
got nothing to do with
size.
her size. No, not at all. I don't think we were fat shaming it in the least.
Well, I'm fat, so I can fat shame.
That's just self-loathing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, I am also fat, but you're not obese.
by the book probably.
Well, yeah. I refuse to go off the
The book definition of obese, though, is like you carry a little bit of weight, you're obese.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's like, fuck.
They're just trying
you're
to
over
stay.
20% body fat, obese.
They're just trying to stay ahead of the curve. You know,
Yeah, right.
It's a slippery slope once you pass that like 22%.
No fucking way to stay ahead of the curve on an obese person. It's like a
Or it's really easy to stay ahead of the curve.
nah, dude. It's like trying to find a.
They can't catch you. They're obese.
Okay,
You're around
I see what
the
you're saying. Yeah. It's fair.
No, I don't like Lizzo because Lizzo is fucking annoying to me.
I don't mind her music. I don't like her.
I don't know if I like her or not like her. I don't know shit about Lizzo.
I'll tell you one thing. I was impressed that she even knew how to play the flute.
Yeah, what was that? Oh, everybody's all getting bent out of shape because she fucking played
played-
this antique flute.
She played a flute that nobody knew about the day
Yeah, and
before.
everybody was like,
and everybody got
I
real
don't know
mad
what
about it.
she was allowed to touch that. She,
Once again, John and I have been business
cares?
partners for a long time, and he is reading my fucking mind right now.
I'm just surprised she can play the flute. My mind went, it's because she's fat.
I looked at John. I was thinking, yeah, most heavy chicks can.
You got to be good at something.
Yeah. Skin flute.
actually, I made that comment the other day in the truck, and my wife was like, that was uncalled for. Funny, but uncalled for. So we were driving home, and there was a chick at the bus stop, like holding an instrument case, like a high school girl. Because we live close to the Judson ISD football stadium.
You can live that close to a school?
I mean, he can. I don't know about Caitlin.
It's 1
I don't know if Caitlin can.
It's 1.1 miles, so I have that. I've got a 10% buffer.
I'm less worried about you than I am
But,
Caitlin.
yeah,
Caitlin's the
right.
fucking one with the mouth on her in public and shit.
The amount of fights that I thought I was going to end up in because of her, especially around holiday season.
Oh, bro.
And she always wants to pop off and say shit. I'm like, all four of them are 4 times my size. So, like, I don't know what you want me to do. If they say some shit, I'm gonna be like, yeah, bitch, what are you gonna do now? Like, I'm switching sides. Like, but and we were driving by this bus stop, and if you're not from Texas and haven't ever seen high school football stadiums here,
It's a big deal.
they're obscene. Like, they are large.
Well, like, shit, I live next to fucking
And,
Steel. Steel's like
yeah,
one
and
of the best in the state.
And I live by the Judson
They
one.
are well funded. That's a well funded one, too.
Yeah, so
Matter of fact, isn't it like oftentimes those two schools kind of battle it out at the state
Yeah.
level?
well, yeah.
I think Judson
before they broke up the district was like the 8-time in a row state champs. They were like one of
Yeah.
the few 5As, and like those kids always got recruited for college, and
it's big here, man.
so people moved into that district so their kids could play for Judson.
Yep.
Because all the scouts went and watched it, and they were all getting scholarships and shit. And then they broke it up for tax reasons or some
you
shit.
get that in New Braunfels now, too.
And
A lot of people move there just for that.
So
yeah,
they
for
can
the
be a unicorn?
So they can be a unicorn. But the unicorn's got a good football program, dog.
So, but all the schools, the big marching bands practice on that field
Yeah.
because it's massive and it's turf and da 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 da
Do you
da.
hear it at all hours of the night?
No, they because of how close they are to neighborhoods and stuff, they cut it off at like 8:30
Don't
or
give a
some
fuck
shit.
about that
Yeah.
in Cibolo. I hear it all the time.
But there was this chick standing at the bus stop, like, because she obviously had after school practice or whatever. She was holding an instrument case, and I looked at this chick and I was like, "Ooh, that one's definitely not on marching band." It was
Oh, Jazz. That's a child.
what? Shame them young; they'll fix it.
You know, he's not wrong. It's just like beating kids'
but for
ass. Yeah.
Caitlin to say that was something that was uncalled for to say is
Well, it was the same thing. It's
Yeah,
'cause,
that
like that's
surprises me.
a child, and I was like,
Yeah.
she was like, it's funny, but it's a kid, and I was like, and
she didn't hear it, did she?
you met teenagers these
didn't-
days? They're fucking savages.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
didn't yell at-
Teenagers are dicks.
No, it's not like I rolled the window
Yeah,
down and was
you
like,
didn't
"March
yell.
more, bitch!" Like, it's
That doesn't look like a tuba, but you look like a tuba girl.
yeah,
It's like-
you're orchestra, aren't you? Like,
yeah. Yeah.
I can tell. Second chair because you're first and second chair. Like, that's-
Jesus. God damn it. Fucking, yeah. I don't like Lizzo. However, I am impressed that she can play the flute. That was all I was saying. And I do think that that Lizzo has,
I'm impressed she had the
Perpetuated-
cardio to play the flute.
yeah, but I think it's strange that, she moves good. She moves really well for a big girl, man. She can fucking twerk with the best of them. It's not bad. Like, so it's kind of impressive, actually. But, yeah, I just,
What?
like, I'm not fat shaming, but I think that she promotes an unhealthy lifestyle 100%. And everybody's like, oh, she's brave. I'm like, you and I have a very different fucking definition of bravery. If sporting around and as a thick chick wearing fucking, like, you know,
Nothing.
lingerie on stage playing a flute.
Well, her
is
album
bravery.
cover was literally her nude.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Fucking, I mean, good on you for
Rock
loving
on.
yourself.
Yeah,
Sure.
And I've known a lot of dudes that are really into it. I'm just not one of them.
Yeah. I'm not fat shaming. I don't like her. That's not me going. It's not like every time she walks, I'm like behind her with a tuba. Fucking, like boom, baba, boom, baba. I don't do that. You know,
Yeah,
shit.
I don't mind her music. I don't like her. She is annoying. Like every time like some random TikTok comes across and she chimes in or some shit, I'm just like, I don't like as a person. I just don't like you.
Yeah, not a fan.
I think I have a different TikTok than you guys use.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
she doesn't
mine's
pop
all-
up on my For
Mine's
on my
all
For
fucked
You.
up because of the shit my wife sends me. And because I watch that stuff, then the algorithm's like, oh, you watch this? And I'm like, I'm obligated. I have to watch these
Yeah.
because she will literally come and hop in bed and be like,
Did you watch my TikTok?
hey, did you watch the TikTok? I'm like, you sent me 37 today.
Yep.
I can't,
Yep.
like, no.
I guarantee you, I have some in my inbox right now from your wife.
It,
I would bet fucking folding money
yeah.
right now. Anxiety. Let's see here. Bitches gotta eat. Yep, there's 2. There's also one from Justin and from John that I haven't watched yet.
hey.
So yeah.
Yeah. My, yeah, fucking, it's wild. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't like Lizzo?
Not a fan.
Yeah. It has
Not a fan.
nothing to do with body type. You just don't like Lizzo.
Yeah. I think she's a shitty person.
It's fair. It's totally fair.
Yeah. Anyways,
I'm the way about Angelina Jolie. I think she's a shitty person.
she is a shitty person. I think her cocky attitude is coming off in her acting because it's turned into shit. Did you see Eternals?
Sometimes maybe
Oh,
good.
I saw-
sometimes maybe
I
shit.
saw
Sometimes good, sometimes shit.
I saw like 30 minutes of Eternals and I was like, I can't do this
Like
anymore.
her acting was fucking atrocious in that movie.
Everything in that, there's nothing forgivable about that movie.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's just,
I mean, she can curve bullets.
it's true.
See, that was when she was an okay actor. Did you ever see her in Gia?
No.
She was naked the whole fucking movie. It was awesome. That was like one of her first roles, right?
Great acting.
She was an amazing
Should've got
actress
Emmy.
in that one. Yeah.
This is great. Quote one line from that movie.
Are we gonna make art? Because she got tricked by her photographer into go doing nude shit. I thought we were gonna make art.
I've never seen it, so
It's a great movie.
I'm gonna go with your correct.
It's about Gia Karanji, the fucking supermodel that died. It's like a biopic about her.
No.
Yeah.
I'm
what?
just an uncultured
Hold on,
swine.
hold on.
I guess.
It's a what?
That's the wrong word. Not a biopic. Like a
biopic?
biopic. It's like a biopic.
I'm just letting him make up words. Just go with it.
A biopic.
As far as I know, you're making up people too.
I don't know who this Gia chick is either.
Yeah, I made her up. Total figment of my imagination.
Well, obviously not. There's a biopic about her.
I was insulting myself there, and you took it as one to you.
No, I didn't.
Sorry, sir.
No, I didn't. You're good.
Because
Why couldn't it be called a biopic?
because it's a biography.
that would be
picture.
a gay optic. Well, an optic that swings both ways would be a biopic.
Not a bioptic.
biopic.
A biopic. I bet you it's acceptable.
All my optics,
It sounds
all my
acceptable.
optics are straight. I don't know.
Yeah. They don't swing. They don't.
Bioptic scope you can look through either way. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
It's like a kaleidoscope, but not. I was like, as soon as I said it, I was like, that's not the right word.
It was just off enough that I was like,
Wait a minute.
Justin, do you have a topic in your pocket? By any chance?
Did y'all see in the news that Ukraine blew up that bridge that on Putin's birthday?
That was a good explosion.
That was a solid execution.
because it
by
took
them.
out the rail and the road
Yep.
and the everything.
There
Like,
was like a semi truck going across right as it blew up too. It's like that guy's.
Yeah.
It disappeared.
Yeah, he's probably no longer with us.
I just
assume.
really like the fact that they just hammered that home and they were like, Putin's birthday, mark the calendar. Like,
Happy birthday. Kaboom.
Yep.
My favorite thing was that they threw that celebration or whatever. Like the Russians threw that celebration after the annex that like, hey, we took more land. And so like all the Russians went for a party and then the Ukrainians just went and took it all back while the party was going on. I was like, yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
That's how this works.
Yeah, so they annexed that land,
Yeah.
right? And then there was a Russian celebration about like reclaiming part of the motherland or whatever. So like the whole government went and threw this big fucking party And so all the Ukrainians just went back and like took the towns back while everybody was partying. I was like, yeah, you don't get to take a day off. Like, that's not how this works.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Yeah, at least do shifts.
Yeah, right. I'm like,
Shows how much help you did in the war on terror, motherfuckers. I mean, shit.
yeah. And they started this war, and we're like,
Yeah.
it's okay, we'll take a break. It's like, no,
Sometimes good, sometimes shit.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
wild.
I think that was also the theme for the clay shoot that Mikey and I went to last week.
I think I said that. I was like, sometimes good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of fucking shit the bed on that. Bought a nice shotgun, though. I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
It is very nice. Got my Benelli.
Shoots
Which
good.
one?
I got an M3. Yeah. I like it. Shot like a dream.
Yeah, it's a Benelli.
Yeah, right. I would be really mad. That's exactly what I said. I was like, I'd be really mad if this didn't shoot well.
It didn't help you hit anything.
It definitely didn't. No, I shot like dog shit.
It functioned.
I shot like dog
what he
shit.
means to say is it functioned
Yes.
very well.
The firearm performed exactly how it was supposed to.
Yeah.
You pull the trigger, it went bang.
Yeah. I was dog shit at shooting clays that week, though, apparently. And I even told John this when we were there. I was like, I think it's you. Every time, like, I'm usually pretty fucking solid when it comes to shooting sports and fucking accuracy and stuff. I'm usually pretty good. For whatever reason,
I've never witnessed this.
every time I'm around John, though, I shoot a fucking fence or I fucking fuck up with my when we were shooting the targets with the fucking pistol. I couldn't hit shit.
Well, you were shooting your gun. I was shooting at targets.
Yeah, right. Like every fucking time I'm around John, my shooting skills go out the fucking window. I turn into a boot that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, apparently. And it's kind of frustrating because I'm like, I swear, dude, I'm not this shitty.
So it was supposed to be a 4-man team.
Yeah.
So it was me, Mikey, this guy Jeremy, and the fourth dude didn't show up. So when you do sporting clays, if you have a fourth, they call it ghost, and then people just rotate through, and somebody will shoot this stage twice, and whatever. The ghost beat Mikey and Jeremy.
The guy that wasn't there.
Yes.
Did he beat him too?
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Ghost got a 53. Jeremy got, I think, a 51. You got 40.
47.
Now, were you guys smart about it and shot Ghost first?
We did.
The first time I shot, and then I shot for Ghost, and I was like, not doing that again.
Yeah. After that, we were like, Ghost is going to go first.
I know fuck all about sporting clays. Like, you invited me to go. I didn't have coverage for the store. I was going to go, but I didn't have I had one that was turning 21, so he couldn't work. Another one's out of town, so I only had like one dude. I didn't have the coverage, but you were like, you want to go shoot sporting clays? I was like, I don't fuck all about sporting clays.
Yeah, you don't have to.
It's
It's
you
super
shoot
easy.
the clay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have
like-
lost a ghost too. Don't get me wrong. Like, I wouldn't have hit shit.
It's
Golf with a
super
shotgun.
easy to follow the rules and do what you're supposed to. It's not easy to hit them.
I don't know. I think we would have did well because we would have had your AR-12s.
You could have taken it.
You can only
Yeah,
load and shoot 2 rounds at a time.
That's true. That would have been the issue.
That would have been a horrible choice.
Yeah, that'd have been a terrible choice.
Yeah.
It just would have been like 3 times as expensive to miss.
I was genuinely impressed with John's skill with an 870 though.
I'm telling you, that fucking shotgun, there's
Dude,
guys out there with $10,000 setups. I'm like, at the time, it was probably $185 for mine.
There's a reason that the 870 hasn't changed in forever.
Right.
Oh yeah, dude, I own 3 of them. They're
Yeah.
great. Yeah, they're fucking awesome. But like,
It's that and the 500. Like, I don't think they've ever changed those guns.
no need
They're
to. It ain't broke. Like, but I'm saying though, because like some of those sporting clays, it was like they were quick. Like, you had to like shoot this one and then this one. Like this one would launch first, but it was farther. So it'd be like you shoot the second one first and then the first one or
I wouldn't have hit anything.
or whatever. And with him fucking being able to like,
Yeah, I'd have been sitting here talking about how well my weapon functioned, but it would have.
that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
And mine was fucking up.
Yeah, dude, this shit was hot. Fucking,
It got so
fucking
hot.
smoking and shit. I was like, dude, better than the other guys.
Oh, Jesus.
The other guy, the poor guy, he
I think it
couldn't
looked like
get
he left in a puddle and it rusted, and they just picked it up and like threw dirt on it to get the water to dry, and then like shook it and was like, yeah, we're good. This thing will run.
Yeah,
No.
it was good for one shot. Follow on though, not so much.
It wouldn't eject, it wouldn't cycle, wouldn't reset the trigger, it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
it's
it'd have been funny to take the ARs, but I probably would have just taken my Mossberg and just.
Yeah,
Because if it was only 2 rounds, then at least it would have just been like bang, bang, and then.
It's funny. I was trying to give him some pointers, tips and tricks when shooting shotguns at clays. And I'm like, don't aim.
Just point and shoot, dude.
Just point and shoot. Don't aim. You aim, you're gonna miss.
You aim shotguns?
Some people do.
Hey, what? That's lunacy.
I thought it was just general direction.
I know the last time I shot sporting clays, I was good enough that I won something. This time,
Or did you finish dead last?
no.
I've
no.
golfed that well.
See,
I've golfed that bad.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
so I'm better at golf than I am at sporting clays, apparently, which is fucking not saying much.
I was only 23 shots away from the winning score.
Yeah, well, that's because they had like 3 dudes who shot
like that.
perfect. They shot fucking
They
a
didn't
perfect
miss.
100. And it's not like you're keeping your own score. No, each station has a scorekeeper. So it's like, he's the one that's like, dead, miss, whatever the fuck. And like, no, they fucking cleared it with 100%, like 3 dudes. And I was like, holy fuck, man.
I
Like,
told
that's awesome.
Mr. Dixon that you had invited me to go do that when it looked like I was going to be able to make it. And I told him, and he was like, "You want to borrow mine? My shotgun?" And I was like, "No."
What's he got?
Well, so he used to be a sponsored shooter. And so he's got like all these fucking race shotguns and shit, like all these like competition level shotguns. And now his grandkids use them because they're all competition shooters now. He was like, "Do you want to borrow mine? I've got like 12. I was like, no, I do not." And he was like, "You're not going to hurt it." And I was like, "I believe you. I just don't want to be responsible for it." Like, I was like, I'm going to take my $300 shotgun if I go do this.
So I had my brand new shotgun out there. And the guy that we were with, Jeremy on our team, his shotgun was fucking up. So I was like, "Hey man, just run mine. You know, it's no big deal. We can run mine." Right. The first time he picks it up, every time he reloaded it, just slammed the barrel on the fucking wood in front. And I was just like, "Hey man, literally bought it last night. Can you not treat it like this one?" I was like, and he's like, oh, my bad. Like I looked at John, I was like, "This motherfucker right here." John's like laughing at me.
I was
Because
laughing the whole
he
time.
read my mind on it. I was like,
did.
"Hey bro, can you fucking not do that?" Thanks.
Well, it's because I saw him do it. He did it like probably I think 3 times before he said something. I saw him do it the first time, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, maybe he just didn't, know where the table was."
Yeah.
And then I saw him do it the second time, and I saw the expression on your face, and I was like, "Oh man."
I was like, he didn't do it after that though, and he
No.
apologized.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
He's doing something cool. He's riding his horse for 1,000 miles to do something. He's like raising money for an organization that he's like equine therapy or something.
And he's not even leaving Texas.
Yeah. Which tells you how fucking fuck all big this state is. Yeah.
It's just a 10-mile loop 100 times.
No, what do you say? He's going to like El Paso and back or something?
Jesus.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But yeah.
I wouldn't
gonna be a
drive
trip.
that for charity.
Right. Right. Fuck that. That is a 16-hour drive. From here, there, and back is 16 hours. It's 8 hours there. Fuck that on a horse.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I was like,
I think
how
he
many miles do you say you do a day?
He said it would take him about between 50 and 60 days,
Said he
depending
did
on
about-
the weather, about 20 miles a day.
He said he said his horse could probably do 30, but he wouldn't push it, so he'd do like 20 miles a day. Yeah. I was just like,
That number seems really low.
I'm not in a position to take 60 days off to ride a horse.
But that's
No.
always my question when I hear about people doing this shit. I'm like, where do you get the time?
got Forrest Gump money, just run fucking back and forth.
I guess. Oh. Yeah, I can't imagine if somebody was like, "You want to do this for charity? It's going to take us 60 days." I'd be like, I can't fucking
You
do
ever
that.
watch that Mr. Beast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just did one where a guy stayed in a house
For $500,000.
For
for
a full million.
100 days. It was $500,000.
Yeah.
For 100 days.
For
Was it
$500,000.
or was it a full million?
That was a
It was
$500,000.
It was a $500,000.
And
watched it.
the circle around the house was like not big.
No.
Maybe 100 yards around.
Yeah. It's all good until they cut the house in half and start
Yeah.
fucking with him.
I totally could have done that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Stay in the house for 100 days for
For-
$500,000.
yeah.
I'll find we're good.
I
I'll find the time.
I went to Iraq for 300 and some days for nowhere
Way
close
less.
to $500,000.
Way less than
Yeah.
that.
And all that shit. When they were sending out the clowns and all that shit to
Yeah.
fuck with them, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, we're going to play noise. Okay. It's like,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
$500,000. Sure. Man.
But like, oh, there's clowns there.
You would have
Oh.
you would have a hard time waking me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have fucking slept almost the whole time.
That's $5,000 a day.
Yeah.
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 I feel like the hardest part of that is because he had his food, and he was like, "This is all the food you get for the 100 days. So, like, if you run out, you're fucked." I feel like it'd be like I'm a bored eater. Like, I get bored. And I'm like, I want to eat something. That's where I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Can't be doing that anymore.
21 days in. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm bad like that too because I bored eat.
Can I have
100%.
seeds? I need to grow a garden.
He did that. Like, he totally like redid the garden they gave him. He was just like he moved it and shit. Like, because he was like, I fucking have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Like,
Everything would be stuck to everything.
Oh, you can see that. Dude, you can see that bitch from space under a black light. Fucking A.
They'd have no broadcastable footage.
I wouldn't have worn pants. I'd have been like, you're gonna fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you back, man.
Yeah.
This is just gonna be 100 days of you looking at my dick.
Did you ever see that interview with Mr. Beast? So they interviewed him and they were like, "Are you a billionaire yet? Are you YouTube's
Rogan
first
did, right?
billionaire?"
Yeah, Rogan did.
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, I'm not."
He invests every fucking dime that
Well,
he
and
makes
he also
back
said-
into shit.
Yeah. Well, he also said that, like, let's say our YouTube channel makes $4 million a month or whatever, and he was like, literally the next month we'll spend that on like the giveaways and everything that we do. But then you have to look at like everything else that guy has. So he's got Beast Burger. He's got like a whole chain of fucking ghost restaurants that deliver Beast Burgers and shit.
Yeah.
Now he's got a chocolate bar that's out.
in like every Walmart out there.
And then the other thing that he does, so the revenue that they count, that 4 million a month or whatever, is just the English speaking version of his show. So then they have people they pay and they translate the show into like every other language, and they put it on every other like YouTube platform for all the other countries. So all of that is revenue producing too.
Yeah.
So he's like got it all spread out.
Dude, I want to get fucking.
It's brilliant.
Can we get like 5 dudes to translate our show into like Japanese or something? Can you imagine? Like, have like just like the guy who sounds like John is like, "Wazashi wa, the guy that sounds like me is like, "Hoi, arigatou gozaimasu." But like each one of us has like a different voice. I would be curious to hear what they would make us all sound like.
I think
it'd be hilarious.
I know it sounds racist as fuck, but every Japanese dude sounds the same to me.
Yeah.
Like every single one of them.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
And it all just sounds angry.
Angry or drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of them, I think a lot of them just are drunk.
Or angry.
Or maybe both.
Probably a mixed
They're
bag.
just angry and drunk.
There's angry drunks. There's a lot of drunks over there, man.
What else are you going to do? You're on an island.
True. And it's not very big.
No. What do you think? Anybody that goes to the Caribbean, all they do is get shit faced.
Yeah. Which I will be going there next month.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I don't think I'll be getting shit faced.
Mm-mm.
I think I'll be too tired to get shit faced.
You're on no booze.
Yeah.
No alcohol.
男の子ファック。男の子ファック。
It's fuck boys.
Fuck boys. I know that fucku is fuck.
So I can get it louder.
男の子ファック。
There you go.
Fucku fucku. Hype dozo.
I need to make it a dude's voice though. That was very.
Now, then it'll sound like me. A little high pitched digital voice. Then you've got my translator and we're good.
What we really need to do is we need to pull like one of our most fucked up segments and throw it into one of those like AI picture generators and just see what that comes up with. I think that'd be fucking interesting.
That's yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's time to masturbate, boys.
I think you hit the wrong button.
Nailed it.
Why did it not translate that time? I did the same shit.
男の子をマスターベートする時が来ました。
I love that words that don't exist in Japanese, they just take whatever the actual word is and just add an on the end of it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when, and I'm guilty of it, but it's when you go to a foreign country, it speaks different language, and you don't speak that language.
Hello?
So you speak in broken English in hopes that they will understand it.
Yeah.
And
So-
you don't really think you're like,
The first time I went into the bar that I learned to bartend in Okinawa, the first time I went to the Morgan's Irish pub, first of all, I walk up and I'm like, Guinness on tap, I'm like excited, genuine Irish food and all this. And I was like, all right, this place might be awesome. And I'd heard there was a couple Irish bars on the island from dudes from Ireland that lived there. And I walk in, and the first thing I see is there's a Japanese dude with a towel on his head as like a do-rag behind the fucking counter. I'm like, fuck. So I walk up. He doesn't say anything to me. He's just like that. And I was like, can I have 1 pint of Guinness? And he kind of goes like this, and I go, me 1 pint of Guinness? And he goes, you want a pint of Guinness? And I was like, fuck. Yep, I'm a racist piece of shit. Yes, sir, I would. Thank you. His name is Johnny. His dad is an Air Force vet. He's half Okinawan, half Russian Chinese, and American. So his dad was a Russian Chinese guy that was American, joined the Air Force, went over there, met his mom. Yeah.
Wow.
So better English than all of us.
Right.
Speaks Chinese, Russian, Japanese, Okinawan, which is a different dialect, and English. Like one of the greatest dudes I've ever met in my life. He was awesome. Like he basically taught me how to bartend. And yeah. But the first time we met, I was an absolute fucking racist prick.
Is it racist to assume somebody
In a foreign country,
in a
doesn't
foreign
speak
country
English?
doesn't speak your language? I don't think so.
I mean, you're playing odds. I just lost on those odds.
Yeah.
I don't think it's racism, though.
Well, it wasn't intentional racism.
Recreational.
Recreational. Yeah. Recreationals.
That's fair.
There's a gray area there.
Like
Yeah.
if you walked up to a Japanese bartender in America and you said it like that, that would be
That would
racist.
probably be
you were in
racist, yeah.
Japan, sir.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
You get I think
get a
you're
pass for that
a
one.
racist free card on that one.
Okay. Okay.
I actually got told recently I need to learn Spanish because I live in South Texas by
Yeah,
a Hispanic guy.
I've been told that too.
Yeah, that kind of threw me for a loop.
I just go, soy de los Estados Unidos. I am
Yeah.
from the United States.
I had a same thing happen to me. He was like, "You live in South Texas. You really shouldn't speak Spanish." And I was like, "Yes, we won the war. I don't.
That's just, I carry a Glock.
I don't.
Yeah, that's a universal language.
I don't need to learn shit. Like I don't.
Speaking, this is funny. I actually saw a meme a little while ago. I told Scott about, it's NFL season. Obviously, we're week 5 in the season, and they do the one game in Britain over in London every year, right? And it's the irony that we play a game where we sing our national anthem, which is a song about us beating them in war, for a game that we took the name of their game they invented and changed it into ours. So it's football. So it's very ironic that we do that. And the fact that we sing our national anthem there is like my new favorite thing. I never even thought about it.
I didn't know that happened.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, once a year.
They've
they
been
do-
doing that for a while.
Yeah, for about, 5-6 years, I think.
Yeah.
They've been doing that.
I think weren't they talking about moving like the Ravens or somebody like as an English like they would be based in England?
Right, like they want to do a franchise. They also want to do NFL Europe.
Yeah, they want to expand it into Europe.
Yeah.
They can't even
That
fucking.
doesn't make sense.
No.
How you can have a national football league with multiple nations?
I don't know.
Well,
It'd be the IFL.
The International Football League, yeah.
well, they also like whoever wins the Super Bowl, they also claim them as the world champions of football
Well, they
in
are.
the National Football League.
No,
Like,
they're
it's
they're
weird.
world champions.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You show me another team that'll beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All Europe can get together and put together their best football players. And I'll take the Pepsi challenge against, you could put them up against the Lions. And the fucking Lions will fucking smoke them, dude.
I bet you, I don't know what rugby salaries pay, but if they're not as much as NFL, I guarantee you there's a bunch of rugby dudes over there that'll be like, fuck, where do I sign?
Yeah.
If I can get fucking
Yeah.
NFL money, where the fuck do I
So
sign?
there's football leagues. Like I know there's one there's a like an American football league in Australia. That's pretty fucking cool. They do pretty well. And I've watched some of their games. Like you can look them up online and their fucking games are legit. Like these guys got talent, like it's cool to watch.
Fucking
Yeah,
A,
that's
I
like-
did not know that.
That's like Japan has a huge baseball league.
Yeah. Huge. We steal a lot of people. We steal a lot of players from them.
And every once in a while they'll do those exhibition games where like some of our players will like go over there
Yeah.
and like one MLB player will go and play on a Japanese team for like an exhibition and carry the whole game. And it's
Yeah,
like,
sometimes.
it's nuts.
But I mean, but when they get a fucking because they'll get
Yeah,
a
they all come
sleeper,
here.
They all come here because the money's here. Yeah.
No.
Well, like fuck.
Shohei came from over there, and
Yep.
he's a fucking
That man is a
absolute
freak of nature.
animal.
Yeah.
Oh my
Freak of nature.
God.
Both
Like,
sides.
just-
Both sides of the ball.
Just
Fucking
what
freak.
the fuck,
Yeah.
man.
Just,
He was like their Michael Jordan fucking over there though, and then he was like, "I'm going to America to make money. Fuck you guys."
He's a freak of nature.
he's still very popular over there
Sure.
because he came over here and then became like the face of the games and like all that shit. Like,
He's
he
so
is-
fucking good.
yeah. And then Judge just fucking broke the home run record.
The American League one.
I have a question
It's
for
still
y'all.
It's still Barry Bonds' record.
I have a question for you though. Do steroid records count?
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Okay.
Fucking let him
It
all
doesn't
I
make
agree.
you hit the
I don't give
ball
a
any
shit.
better.
I agree.
You
Yeah.
still need coordination. You
Yeah.
still need
Yes,
technique.
absolutely. I totally agree.
He still sent 73 balls over the wall.
Yep.
That's more than Aaron Judge.
I loved the Sosa McGuire runoff.
That saved baseball.
God, it was so good.
That
Spe-
saved baseball.
Yeah.
Speaking of baseball, I saw this thing the other day, and I can't remember what team. It might have been Chicago. I don't fucking know. But the groundskeepers were cheating. They would either soak the grass or the infield to slow down the play, to slow down the ball, to slow down how fast the runners will run, and all of this. They had the wall could move up to 15 feet, and depending on if the team was loaded with hitters, in between innings they would move the wall, and nobody would notice because they'd inch it. Like all
Get the
this
fuck
shit,
outta here.
they'd soak the balls. They put all the baseballs in like an overly humidified room and get them to absorb all the water, and then they'd freeze them, and it would add like a half ounce to an ounce of weight to the balls. Like all this shit they were talking about. The grounds crew was cheating for the team, and the team's like, "Oh, we didn't do anything." I'm like, "This is so much bullshit."
I've never heard of that.
Talk about home field advantage.
Fucking A.
What fucking team was that?
It sounds like Chicago.
Right?
Probably the White Sox.
Not for any other reason that it's Chicago.
Because I don't think
Like,
because
that tracks.
it's hard to move the Ivy in Wrigley Field, which is their outline.
The monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Monsters, and you've been to the Monster.
I touched it.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to, but I did it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not moving the Monster.
No. Touched it though.
But Kaminsky's Park.
The Bossard family,
The Hwang.
Means what?
Cleveland. Yep.
What's
Yeah,
their
the
because they
Cleveland
changed.
Indians.
and the Chicago White Sox.
See, that tracks for me. But so they're not the Cleveland Indians anymore. They changed their name this year. I don't remember what it is.
The Guardians.
That's what it is. The
Yeah.
Cleveland
They're
Guardians.
still the Indians though. Just like the Redskins are still the Redskins.
Yeah. Well, I happen to know on good authority that at the end of every board meeting for the Washington Commanders, they all go Skins. So I happen to know that that's a thing still.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the new logo either. Just
Eh.
a fucking W.
That's fucking
It's lazy.
Yeah.
I think the Washington football team was a better name than the Commanders.
I agree.
Like at least it like stood out. It was different than the rest of them instead of just the Commanders.
Yeah.
It also,
Or dude, you had an opportunity to completely rebrand something.
Absolutely.
You could have completely rebranded it into something fucking rad, you know?
yeah, like
And-
the Swamp Rats.
yeah, or fucking banana slugs. Shout out Santa Cruz. What up? Or something, like you could have did anything.
In
And-
March, the Savannah Bananas are going to play in
Dude.
Texas. We're driving to go see this to see the game because
Where
I
they-
want
I
to go
want
see
to
the
go see
Savannah
them
Bananas.
play
Where are they
so
playing?
goddamn bad.
They're playing at Sugarland.
Dude, I hope that I want them to come here and play the Chonkless on
They're-
Chonkle Night.
They're playing in. There's only one game in Texas, and it's in Sugarland. And Caitlin, it's in March. And Caitlin and I are going to.
I'm
we're
down
we're
to
driving to
fucking
Sugarland
go.
to go see the Savannah
Yeah,
Bananas.
dude, I'm down to do that.
Yeah, we should just fucking convoy out there.
Savannah Bananas.
Go see
I
the
saw-
Savannah Bananas.
Dude,
I
they're-
saw someone break down like how much they make. Like
So much money.
They make like $400,000 a night,
Yeah.
and it's off of a $20 ticket that is food and drinks included. But you can buy like I don't think it covers like beer, but you can buy like
Yeah,
you
so
buy
you-
your beers and everything. They make stupid money.
And
It's my fat breathing.
stood up too fast.
That's me. I went to make a fucking Snapchat video the other day, like being funny about something, and I could hear my fucking breathing. I was like, well, this one's on mute. I was like, good God, you fat piece of shit. Dude,
Nah, but
I fat shame myself.
the Savannah Bananas completely fucking changed baseball, and it's like they've switched the whole rules around. They've got rid of all the boring shit, and it's just fucking throw a
So-
fucking party on the field.
They don't run the banana ball rules all the time, but they do have banana ball night. But then they're like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball.
Yeah.
But it's great.
Of the minors. but
Still baseball.
sure.
We did that back in the day in a men's softball league in Arizona. We called it slosh ball. And there's a keg at home plate and a keg at second base.
Yep.
You need
That's
to drink
how-
a beer
that-
before you could advance.
Yep.
That's how we used to
Good.
play. Like that was like our platoon parties when we
Yeah.
play softball.
Yeah, I played in a slosh ball league. It was a
You remember when I was in that kickball league for a while here locally?
yeah.
That was fun.
Kickball's fun.
Kickball is fun. And I was in like a beer league, like a legit beer league. So it was just like you go there and get fucking drunk, like kickball.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like, yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Smoking.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
It was all right. I went to 5x5 Brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah, old George says hi to everybody.
Nice. How did
Hi,
he say
George.
Like this.
it? Like that? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how he said that. That tracks.
But yeah, no, it was fun. Good turnout. A lot of people. So it was
Fucking
just,
George. Every once in a while, I'll just get a message on Facebook that just says slut. I'm like, okay.
Love you too, buddy.
So
It's a good dude with good beer.
Yeah.
So. Jazz, how about you? How was your weekend?
it was a good weekend. It
Yeah.
was a really good weekend. Yeah.
Nice.
So construction, but
Yeah.
yeah, business was good. Had a good time. So saw some people I haven't seen in a while. We had a fan of the show that came by the bar on Saturday and brought his buddy from Pennsylvania
Really?
and he hung out for a while. And so it was nice to meet him. And
You knew who it was? No.
absolutely not. I had no idea who it was. Just a fan of the show.
That's cool.
Then no, stuff was good. I've got a lot of staff out. Well, they're all back now, but so it was a lot of work, but good stuff.
Yeah. I had a strongman event on Saturday I had to go to.
Oh, yeah?
Last week was busy, man. So I went to Houston with John. We drove up Wednesday night, shot on Thursday, the clay thing. Friday, I had to go down to Floresville for a golf tournament, ConocoPhillips golf tournament with Hero Sports with a benefiting charity. That was an all day event. That was long. And then
Yeah, the Eagle Ford tournament.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I got back, Saturday I had like this strongman event. My buddy Renee Maldonado put on a fucking great event, man. It was his first year doing it down at like the Mission Sports Complex or some shit down on the south side. But it was awesome. Like it was like strongman outside and like powerlifting inside, and they had like professional arm wrestlers and shit and all this, and like it was cool, man. It was just a very cool event. But Hero Sports was benefiting there, and I went out to support him. We were originally going to do we were actually going to play kickball. We were going to have a kickball like tournament or something, and we ended up not selling. Nobody was interested that time of year, you know. So we were just like, man, let's cancel that, and then I'll just come out and support. So one of our supporters, Stu, gave us he let me borrow his he's got like a 6-seater golf cart.
Yeah.
And he let me borrow that, and I freaking basically just gave people rides. I shuttled people around, and I put fucking pamphlets in and was handed pamphlets to people and talking about Hero Sports as I was driving them fucking back and forth. Made like a mobile information booth.
Nice.
So it worked, you know. It was weird. I was taking a picture. I was actually taking a picture for your wife. I was taking a Snapchat. This girl had her license plate. It was a Wyoming license plate, and it said skirt. So I wrote yeet because skirt, right? Because Caitlin's always going yeet skirt shit, and I sent it to her. As I'm taking that picture, I feel somebody like I hear somebody walking up behind me, and I look back, and it's this huge muscular chick, right? Like this bodybuilder chick, and she's like, "Are you here to pick me up?" And I was like, "Absolutely, hop in. I'll give you a ride." Shit, and that's kind of what I was doing. I was like, "But you got to listen to my spiel," and she's like, "Great." So I'm talking to her and give her the spiel, talk to her about Hero Sports. She's like, "Oh, I'm a veteran." And I was like, "Really? What branch did you serve in?" She was like, "Army." I was like, "Oh, well, thank you for your service." And da-da-da. Can I talk to her for a second? And she introduced herself. She's like, "Yeah, I'm Jill Mills." I was like, "Oh, nice to meet you. Don't think anything about it." And then a little while later, somebody was like, "Yeah, I heard Jill Mills is going to be here." And I was like, "Jill Mills is here." She introduced herself to me. And they were like, "Dude, she's fucking super famous." I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, she's wildly considered to be the strongest woman of all time." And I was like, "No shit." So I looked her up. Sure as fuck. Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, she's fucking sweetheart. Sweetheart lady, man. Really nice." And I was just like, "I'll give you a ride in this golf cart. Let's go." But yeah, so I met her randomly. But it was another long day. I got back and fucking immediately just wanted to go to sleep. Fucking on Sunday I didn't do fucking anything and it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I laid carpeting.
I bought a new washer.
Nice.
Or a new dryer because my dryer was shit in the bed. I had to go through like 4 cycles to like clean, like fucking dry my clothes.
Pulling an Amber Heard.
Basically, yeah. It was just fucking Amber Heard all over my laundry room. So I fucking got a new one that got delivered today. The new one's a beast. It's nice. So
Mikey, you met the 2004 strongest woman alive. She
Yeah.
placed first.
yeah.
She is.
Her Wikipedia page is kind of impressive.
Yeah, she
Like,
is very decorated.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Well, she's an Army vet and she's cool as shit. That's all I can tell. I don't know. I didn't know about any of that stuff, but yeah.
Boys, I got a current event story y'all might enjoy.
Yeah.
So there's a story of a guy who was on a flight and apparently took a little bit too much shrooms and got really fucking high and was running up and down
Well, yeah, he
the
was on a
walkway,
Yeah.
clapping his hands and yelling obscenities during the flight, and then fought the crew of the flight, and then landed, and the FBI took him off, and apparently he is quoted as saying, "It's not the worst time I've had on drugs." Yeah, so PSA to all you Freedom Friends listening out there, don't take shrooms and then fucking hop on a flight.
Well, you can't take the shrooms on the flight with you because you could get caught. So you have to eat them.
I hope that was the case.
Obviously,
He's about to go through
Obviously,
security.
you've never gone through security. You had the snacks, and they're like, "You can't take this past, so you got to eat it here." And he's like, "Okay." And just,
Are you sure? I mean, I will, but are you sure I have to eat this here?
That would be my excuse. TSA told me how to do it. Yeah.
I was pressured into this.
Yeah. It was a threat. It's weird to me because like every person I've ever seen on mushrooms is real fucking chill.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen anybody freak the fuck out like that when it comes to like psilocybin. But I don't know.
Well,
Then again, I'm by no means an expert on drugs.
You're getting there though.
Where'd you learn that one? Drug school.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple of events coming up we need to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we do.
This Saturday, the official launch
Yeah,
of the Warfighter Tobacco Hero Sports cigar
correct.
coming out of Redlands Cigar Lounge here in San Antonio. What would we say? It's 5 to 9?
5 to 9.
Yeah. So if you're out there, if you're in the area, it's the official launch of the cigar, and it is a fucking great smoke. It's a great stick. I know that we're really excited about it over here at Sports.
Come buy a box.
Yeah.
Get some cigars, support Hero Sports, have a good time.
Yeah.
And then I got a pairing dinner going on at the Westin in San Antonio. That's November 4th. It's benefiting Hero Sports as well, and we're partnering with Freetail. And I sent Jazz the menu, and I was like, "What do you think of this?" And weirdly enough, you said identical to what Mike's wife said.
it's a very adventurous menu.
Same fucking words. The same words, man. It was kind of weird. I was like, what are they talking to each other? Jesus. Is she at his bar right now? What the fuck? Again, then the next day, the following day, November 5th, we have an event at Battle Pub Games with Jazz.
It's going really well. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So
it's awesome, man. We're stoked about it.
So I think we've confirmed 3 breweries are showing up.
Nice.
And they're all bringing stuff to give stuff away. They're doing those brewery experiences that they're raffling off. So you get to like go be a brewer for a day, and they're doing a
Sweet.
tasting and pairing dinner that they're raffling off. And then they're bringing like cases of beer and donating it all. So if you buy any of that beer, all of it goes back to the charity. So
Yeah.
We're
Then
doing as much as we can.
November 10th, the Marine Corps birthday. I'll be a Thirsty Horse. I'm assuming Scott will probably be there too.
Strong maybe.
Scott likes to come out for the birthday.
It was a good time.
That's going to be a big one. It's going to be fun. And then the 11th, there's a fucking concert at Pedrati's benefiting Hero Sports.
Nice. Who's playing?
I I have that right here. Guys who I don't remember, or guys who I don't know, because it's
Is that the one that you sent me a while ago?
Yeah, Daryl Worley and Bernie Nelson are playing. Yeah, that's happening on Veterans Day. So if you're in the area and you're not doing anything on Veterans Day, by all means, come through. Go out to Pedrati's Ranch.
It's a nice place.
And then the next day I fly to Roatan.
Yeah.
And I'm out of pocket for a week. When's Renfest?
I'm going Halloween weekend. So it's the 29th and 30th because Halloween's on a Monday this year.
Yeah. I'll be in Florida for that one.
So I'll be there the 28th, 29th, and 30th. And then I've got that next weekend, I have the charity tournament. And then the weekend after that, I have 2 tournaments going on that weekend in the new space. And then we're going the next weekend to Ren Fair, which is the 3rd weekend of November.
Weekend of the 19th, I believe.
Yeah. Because then the weekend after that is Thanksgiving.
Well, I get back from Roatan on the 19th.
So it'll be so I'm going to that. And then
How long does it go till?
up through Thanksgiving weekend's the final weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do it. It's every weekend in October and November.
Nice.
So I'm going twice. And then we were going to go 3 times, but I've got those tournaments. So they're the first 2 big events in the expansion. So
I will tell y'all, if you guys have never been to a Ren Fair,
it's awesome.
it is a fucking good time. I think that shit's fucking rad, man. Like, if anything, go for the people watching, and the fucking booze and the food is amazing. Like, the people watching is hilarious. People get fucking really into it. A lot of nice scenery. A lot of nice scenery there.
It's not bad.
A lot of nice scenery. Wearing chainmail and shit.
Well, and then since we're staying in the campground, so
at night it's just a party.
yeah,
It's
the
a big
overnight
fucking
is
party.
the overnight is fucking.
You know what I think it's like? Remember me talking about Bonanza?
Yeah, it's a lot like that.
I think it's going to be a lot like that. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
where it's
Oh, it
just
is.
a fucking bash.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like I know a dude that's a bunch of us are all going on the same weekend, and that guy's first trip, he came back and he'd gotten lost in the campground and came back and he's like, yeah, so I just got whipped. And I was like, what? And I was like, yeah. So I was kind of lost and asked for directions, and it was these 4 girls, and they said they'd give me directions, but they were going to tie me to a tree first and whip me before they brought me back. And I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. And it wasn't like he got like flogged. It was like, okay, first, but you have to go through a whipping session. And it was like, welcome to Ren Fair.
Say less, babe.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, because they're like, is this your first time? They're like, yeah, all right, full initiation.
Yeah, we don't kink shame here. It's all good.
So it was yeah, it's interesting.
Now, in that community, if you say something's your first,
Oh, everybody
Is it
just
like-
invents an initiation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just okay, well, now you have to do this.
well, like in the skydiving community, it's very similar. If you say this is my first solo jump, or this is the first time I've jumped this chute, or this is the first time I've jumped this aircraft or whatever, if you say that shit, it's a case of beer. It's across the board. You bring a case of beer. Like anything you say, it's your first time.
This is more like, yeah, you're going to get tied to a tree and
They're
whipped.
whipped.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, it's because mead doesn't come in cases.
so it's a lot. And then, and then everybody cooks way more than they need to. So you can just like walk around and just eat everybody's food. And everybody's got booze to share.
Yeah. Nice, dude.
It's interesting.
Fucking A. So we smoking, boys.
Figure Field.
Corojo.
Man, I'm actually smoking the Sumatra.
I'm on the Sumatra as well. Oh, standby.
So
Yeah, man.
I finished a My Father Judge before I had this one.
Paired great with my Dr. Pepper and cream soda, 0 sugar.
Yes. They're all going great with my smart water. Like
Right? My liquid dust's about to be just delicious with this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been
Our listeners are going to be like, fucking bring back booze, man. Is October over yet? We are fucking lame when we're sober.
I know. God damn it.
It's funny. I think the only days that I haven't drank so far this month has been on the podcast.
I'm clear.
I'm going 10 days strong.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
I haven't cheated at all.
Yeah, I'm drinking. I have cheated. I have to put a couple 20s in the bucket. I drank with John.
Oh, don't let Jules fucking lie to you. She drank with me at the retirement party this weekend. So
Okay.
she owes another 20.
Okay, good. Good. She's a fun drunk. She's a fun little.
She only had a couple of
She's
drinks.
fun to drink with though. That chick's fucking hilarious.
I
man.
almost got her. So she was drinking that keg beer.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like drinking water. And Will's like, you don't want any beer? And I'm like, I really don't drink beer, man. I'm sorry. He's like, oh, I got booze. And I'm like, what do you got? So he goes to his little liquor cabinet. He starts pulling out. He's got like Jack Daniels and Jack Honey. And then I'm like, what do you got that's good? And he pulls out a bottle of Weller. And I'm like, okay. So now we're getting there.
Yeah.
And I was like, you got any JMO? He's like, I fucking hate JMO. And he's like, I got a full bottle. It hadn't even been open yet. He's like, go for it. I'm like, sweet. So I pour it in a solo cup. So I pour it, on the rocks in a solo cup. Well, it happens when it's on ice. It looks just like keg beer.
Oh, yeah.
The same color. So
Yeah.
I walk out and Jules like, what are you drinking? I'm like, beer. I was like, on ice. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it's way different. You got to try it. And she's like, looks at her beer and looks at mine, and they're like identical color. And she sets her beer down. She gets mine, and I'm like trying to keep a straight face best I can. And then she smells it first, and she's like, asshole.
Yeah, at the golf tournament, I brought out my fucking my big Beertha.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking
As you should.
It's a beer bong, which you guys are all well versed with. I brought that out and was offering fucking. Jules had to go pick up some stuff, and I was like, "Hey, grab some fucking like disinfectant wipes." She's like, "Why?" And I was like, "Trust me." So like I was fucking like giving beer bongs to all the golfers that stop by and shit. Be like, "You guys want to do a beer bong?" They're like, "Yeah, I'll fucking do it." Yeah. All these like rich oil tycoon motherfuckers are like, "I'll do a beer bong." You can tell who went to college and who didn't. That's for damn sure. Some of them motherfuckers were like fucking seasoned pros, man. They was like gone, and I was like, "Bro, I lived in the barracks for a long time, and that was impressive." Hey, fucking A, man. Like, that was good shit. So, what are you drinking? Gatorade?
Mm-hmm.
Got a little fierce blue.
Yep, blue Gatorade.
Ooh, I have a quick question for you guys. So people always talk about pairing cigars with like whiskey and tequila and stuff. What's a good pairing with like just some of the Warfighter sticks that's non-alcoholic?
I mean, Dave would be a good guy to ask this question too.
Also true.
But I would
My go-to recommendations are Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Chocolate milk.
coffee.
A good root beer.
Yeah.
Not like shit. Like good craft root beer. Or any craft soda for that reason.
What was that fucking craft fucking root beer? The butterscotch root beer that Dave had. Who made that shit? The butterscotch one?
I don't know.
It was fucking
It was
amazing.
a few episodes ago.
I think it was fucking good,
yeah.
dude. Jesus. He gave me one and I was like, oh, I want this in my life. It tastes like butterbeer, actually. It's almost like butterbeer.
I can't say that I know of any because
How's it paired with Gatorade?
I'm
man?
drinking Gatorade because I have to drink fucking Gatorade or water, but it's not what I would recommend.
Yeah.
Do you have any that you would recommend not to drink with a cigar? Like, is there a drink that'll just fucking ruin a cigar?
Blue fierce Gatorade. Look at his disappointed face, man. Like he looks sad.
I am sad. It's 10 days in.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, anything that's like super fruity isn't gonna like do. I mean, like, yeah, I would not. Gatorade would not be my go-to of like.
No, I don't care though.
I'm serious. It wasn't bad with this. It wasn't bad.
I mean, I'm a big sweet tea drinker.
Yeah.
Sweet tea always works well with a cigar.
Yeah.
But
Mountain Dew and a Swish are sweet.
I mean, wouldn't
So-
recommend.
I was talking to Will's daughter's boyfriend, and he's a miner, he works in mines. It's gonna be like he's a miner. No, he works in mines. And brand new to cigars. He's like, oh, look, I've only smoked like 2 cigars in my life, blah blah blah. He's like, how do you pick out which cigar you want to smoke? I was like, well, for me, there's a lot of factors like, what I drink, what I eat, time of day, my mood. Like, there's so many different factors that go into what cigar I want to smoke.
Yeah.
And I was like, like for instance, for now, like everybody's hanging around drinking, so it depends. Like maybe what you're drinking might be a good way to figure out what cigar you want. I was like, what do you like to drink? He's like, and he says it like I'm going to give him exactly what cigar out of all the cigars in the world just based off what he says he drinks. He's like, I drink Jack and Coke. And he's like waiting for an answer, like, what cigar should I have?
This
And I
kid's
was-
young, isn't he?
Yeah. And I was like, well, if you go down to the local gas station, you can get a fucking Swisher Sweet, and that'll be right up your alley. And Will and a couple of the other guys about lost their shit.
Call me when you grow up, bro. Fuck. I don't know, like JMO and ginger pairs good with a cigar.
Mhm.
It pairs real good.
JMO and anything goes well with a cigar.
Yeah. I cannot argue that.
So I got a guy came up while I was in Mission, Texas, and bought a couple cigars, and he was kind of drunk and kind of grumpy, but he was very disappointed that we didn't have cedar that he could light and then light his cigar at this event.
Oh, he's a bougie broad.
Don't be that asshole.
Did you tell George to stop being a bitch?
But
Was it George?
no, it wasn't.
You said kind of drunk and kind of grumpy, and I was like, so it was George?
George was totally drunk and very happy though.
Yeah.
That's because he wasn't kind of drunk. He was totally drunk.
Yeah.
When you're totally drunk, different story.
I've lit 2 cigars using cedar.
It's a pain in the ass.
Not only is it a pain in the ass, but your first drag tastes like cedar. Like, I mean, not full blown, but if you smoke a lot of cigars and you pick up subtle hints, flavor profiles, you're like, oh, it's not what this is supposed to taste like.
I know John and I had a dog turd.
Oh my God. Scott, I have one in my truck for you. This dude. Oh, I'm not even going to name the name of the brand.
No.
But they
He tried to tell John it was Nicaraguan.
they had a raffle item, and it was a desktop humidor with cigars in it, valued at $400. And I was like, oh Jesus,
That's a bold statement.
and none of the cigars were the same. Some were in cello, some were not. All different shapes and sizes, and yeah. And so the guy on the MC went over the loudspeaker, the stereo system or the speaker system, and he's like, if you guys need cigars, there's just go check out the cigar booth over here. And so I'm looking around for it, and I finally find it, and it's one dude standing there with a little plastic
It's not
thing.
even human.
No, just a tray to put cigars in. No banner, no sign, no information, no fucking anything.
It's just him,
That was it.
a tablecloth, and a folding table.
And it was just a black tablecloth. And I was just like, oh. So Mikey walks over, starts talking to this dude, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to this guy. And I got a Warfighter shirt on, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you're literally wearing the same shirt.
Yeah. So I walk over finally. And so I was like, tell me a little bit about your cigars. And he's like, oh, well, it was a clothing company, and then we started this, and then blah, 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 and da, 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 da. Not a single thing about the actual blends of the cigars. I'm like, so what blends do you have? What cigars are out here? He's like, oh, well, we got some lighter ones. We got some darker ones. And I was like, good. Which one should I smoke?
And he's like, well, these are just the hands.
And he's like, well, pick whichever one you want. And I'm like, oh, fine, whatever. So I just grab one. And I think at that point, Mikey said something about Warfighter or me or something like that. And the guy's like, no. He's like, don't smoke that. He's like, and he reaches under the table. He's like, you got to smoke one of these.
And he's like, I got cigars for people who smoke cigars. Then I got cigars for everybody else. These up here for everybody else. These are for the guys who really smoke cigars.
I was like,
and he said it real cocky, real fucking confident.
He did. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
Like,
So I
right.
take it out. Fucking. He's like, do you need a lighter? Cut. I'm like, no, I got my own. Walk to the table, cut it, take it, dry draw, and I was just like, ooh. And I light it. And I was like, ain't no fucking way this cigar's out of Nicaragua.
So I'm sitting there and I'm smoking one, and I was like, I was like, it was fine.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was terrible, but I was like, eh. And John comes over and he's like, got this look on his face. I'm like, what do you think? He goes, this? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, dog turd. He goes, and this is fucking Dominican. I don't give a fuck what that guy says.
I could probably add it to my bottom 10 list of cigars.
I think we had a different kind of cigar, though. I think I had a different kind than you.
Well, hopefully.
He told me mine was a Sumatra.
Okay.
He was like, I was like, I like Sumatras. And he was like, oh, okay. So he'd given me it was a little bit lighter than the one he gave you. Yours was closer to like a Corojo or something.
I don't know.
It was still.
Yeah. Oof. It was interesting to say the least.
Yeah. Just the look on John's face. So he walks up and he's just got this 1,000-yard stare. He's just like,
Text me the brand. I need more to the story.
Yeah, I kind of want to know. Like,
We are so fucking lame when we're fucking sober, man.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. Do we want to cut Sober October off on Mondays?
it's like a free pass on Mondays.
Like,
Look, everybody will turn a blind eye on Mondays at 5 o'clock.
so I still got to pay $20 in the kitty if I drink. So if the Patreons are willing to fucking throw an extra $20 in a fucking thing,
I don't have a $20 rule. I'm quitting for 30 days. So
yeah, you're just done.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got like no balls or something, right? Didn't somebody say that you couldn't do it?
No, it's not that. Well, I mean,
Wasn't like your brother talking shit or
yeah,
something?
but it wasn't no balls. It was
Just like you can't do it.
Yeah.
And you're like, fucking watch me.
Yeah.
I respect that. But I think maybe we should just fucking say, I really want to drink this fucking whiskey that they brought in too, man. Like this Japanese whiskey.
What if we
shit.
just rotate?
Just like one of us drinks?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
That's way worse.
that might be
man.
awesome.
That's what I mean. I think that'd be fun.
And the one of us that's drinking has to drink the equivalent of what all four of us would normally drink.
So one of us is
shots
just
the whole
shit faced
fucking time.
the whole time, just sitting here drooling ourselves. Fucking,
Yeah,
everybody
Oh,
just fucks with him.
it is kind of like a fucking twist of the knife. The fact that we got, I think it was like 4 bottles of whiskey were dropped
Yeah.
off the show before y'all went Sober
I know.
October.
Fuck, man.
What else got dropped off?
Oh, the Florida Cagna, this. I don't remember what else.
I think
Another
there's a-
bottle, one of the other big bottles of Jameson.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple bottles in the break room
Oh,
also.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Jack Daniels
Oh, yeah,
bonded, and then whatever
The
else.
Red River?
Red River, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still got your fucking fancy Cabo Wabo in your office too.
Alcohol is a terrible drug.
It's effective though, obviously. Even the guy that doesn't drink is like, please, for the love of
Christ,
fucking
guys.
God, guys, start drinking.
I'm just going to make Dave do dishes.
I can't do that. I got water. And be like, well,
Scott, we drinking Gatorade on the rocks tonight?
Well, I don't have any rocks, but
There's rocks
we
right
got
there.
rocks right here, man. You want some rocks? Crack rocks? This is when we got to just do the weed episode
Yeah.
where we all just fucking come in here and
I'm down for that.
fucking pop an edible.
Actually, hold on. I got to check something.
Well, boys, we got anything else?
We never had anything.
They're not wrong.
Brought to you by
No
warfightertobacco.com. Use that code FTFO. That's where you get sweet 15% off over there. owellness.us. Use that code FreedomFriends25. That gets you a quarter off your order. And of course, IC Tech Coolers. Go to ICTech.com. Use that code FreedomFriends10. That'll get you 10% off. I'll raise my thing of water. And cheers your Gatorade. Cheers your fucking Taco Bell soda.
And your smart water.
God damn it. Thanks for being my Freedom Friends, boys.
Yeah. We're sorry we're sober.
Yeah.
We're sorry because we're sober.
It really puts things into perspective. Like, are we lame as shit unless we're drinking?
I know I am. This is why I was really good at drinking.
Yeah. Fuck. Like, share, subscribe, smash those buttons. 3 little things. Hit them with the first one.
Smoke on.
Fuck.
And God damn it.
God damn it. Freedom to fuck on. Later. Fucking October.
Said if we replace drinking with fuck.